a shadow breathing in the alley. Even when the cold wind touches your fur tip, you pretend not to notice it. The warmth placed on the little dish, you circle around it for a long time, keeping exactly one step distance. You look away, pretending indifference. Your gaze sharp as a wall sometimes hurts me a little. Actually, I know it well. Beyond that sassy boundary line, you're waiting for a warm touch, trying to hide your tiny paws, as if to melt the chill night air. If that's your way, it's alright. Come slowly towards me. Through the low window gap, my quiet low voice enters. You pretend to hear and then suddenly flinch at a small sound. You run away as if you'll vanish instantly, but turn around and you're back in the same spot. Your back view looks just like my past days. Maybe a deep wound made you this way, the way you meticulously smooth your dry fur, trying not to get wet again. You can lean on here now. I will become your long winter. Actually, I know it well. Beyond that sassy boundary line, you're waiting for a warm touch, trying to hide your tiny paws, as if to melt the chilled night air. If that's your way, it's alright. Come slowly towards me. The sound of very tiny paw prints finally reaching the warm embrace, cautiously given your low purring song. The scenery outside the window rewinds like a fast film. The seasons change just in the blink of an eye, like worn out shoelaces. The weight of every day felt the same. In the drawer where I kept the diary, only faded dates are clearly visible. Will today be like yesterday, and tomorrow the same? Why does time run ahead, leaving only me behind? It's like grains of sand crumbling through my fingers. The more I struggle to hold it, the farther its back view recedes. The ticking of the clock is too cruel. Tick tock, so fast. Only the small potted plant on the table still grows at a slow pace. The melody from back then still lingers here, refusing to stop. Even if change is the way of the world, I wish you and I could just stay here. Like a small window rattling in the wind, I spend every night feeling uneasy. Is there really such a thing as eternity somewhere Why does time run ahead, leaving only me behind? It's like grains of sand crumbling through my fingers. The more I struggle to hold it, the farther its back view recedes. The ticking of the clock is too cruel. Tick tock, so just for a fleeting moment. Suddenly, I wish this small warmth would last forever. The world outside is frozen white beyond the pane. Our long silhouette leaning on the window frame is one. The unfamiliar temperature of hands held in a pocket. Your trembling warmth, familiar yet new, melts my winter. When we share the deep amber wave of the cup, the sharp edges of the cold world become dull. Within this dense aroma that permeates the lips, a long night becomes a deep sanctuary. When the faint breath puffed out scatters into the air, my reflection in your eyes seems like a hazy memory, with thick coat collars raised and heads bowed low. I only feel the weight of this moment, as if time itself has stopped. In the early dawn, where all the streetlights sleep, we exist in the deepest silence. The weight of the season we endure, leaning on each other. The entirety of the world held in these two small hands. When we share the deep amber wave of the cup, the sharp edges of the cold world become dull. Within this dense aroma that permeates the lips, our long night becomes a deep sanctuary. sounds strangely familiar this morning. The same gray scenery outside the window. The clock feels slightly slow for some reason, like a cold coffee cup left over from yesterday. Nothing special, but it's okay. I won't step off this orbit. Today feels like a perfect copy of yesterday. Every scene, every line of dialogue. But what if even just one tiny dot could be painted in a different color? Walking through a very slow déjà vu. The TV's voice comes on out of habit, predictable like the ending of a movie watched yesterday. Time piled up like dust on my shoulder, desperately searching for a slight gap. At the end of the suffocating loop of film, I suddenly whisper your name. Maybe even this boredom is just a long preface to reach you. Feels like a perfect copy of yesterday. Every scene, every line of dialogue. But what if even just one tiny dot could be painted in a different color? Walking through a very slow déjà vu. Will tomorrow's clock tick a little faster with a small smile of lingering hope? I lean back on the pillow and fall asleep. Like shaking off very old dust, my fingertip brushes against the cold glass. A rectangular room where countless hours are arranged in order, following the boundary between the day. I carelessly scrolled past, and the season I held on to estranged me. Wearing the same clothes is curled up somewhere very small. Flashes of sunlight that cannot be erased with the rubber to temperature and air of that day, trapped inside a tiny window filled not with sadness but only with baseless longing. The shadow in this frame lives and breathes even more vividly. The innermost folder corner, a record of trembling that no one knew. The back view walking down an unnamed street, overlaid with a faint filter, like the orange of the dim street lights that filled that night. A warm color spreads across the cold screen. How can I measure the weight of this memory? Dozens of grains of sand shining in the dark. Hesitate before the delete button, lacking the courage to remove even one. You'll tickles the corner of my eyes and slowly fades away. On the table an unfamiliar warmth. I only send my gaze out the window. The distance of this clumsy heart yet to reach you. The weather story you brought up quickly melts and disappears like the ice in my glass. The joke I tried hard to make slipped away, and we found silence again. Like a broken record player, just repeating the same old words. Conversation without a second hand. Our scattered hearts placed bit by bit. Even the anxious gap feels warm. What will the next word be? Hiding the flutter through these awkward spaces. We begin. Your habitually messy hair, my fingertips nervously checking the time, trying hard to read the hidden intentions. Our sentences break when our eyes meet. Only the sound of music in the empty space, echoing strangely loudly. The record of an imperfect beginning. It's okay to be this clumsy. This is just a moment to catch our breath for the stories that will soon follow. Conversation without a second hand. Our scattered hearts placed bit by bit. Even the anxious gap feels warm. What will the next word be? Hiding the flutter through these awkward spaces. We begin. I'll be a little braver next time we meet. The remaining warmth, like your scent. Goodbye. Our unfamiliar conversation today. Only the breath, leaning on a cold glass, faintly spreads. When the wind past the sill shakes the fin apart in the afternoon, when the edges of the world are hardened and sharply beneath the familiar air temperature, I find a trace of time momentarily stopped. A small universe swirling in my calm. The moment warm silence slowly spreads. The weight that suddenly surfaceless. I lean my smiling shadow against the corner of the wall for a long while, my heart loitering at the border of seasons. Even the flaws of this imperfect day, I feel I can embrace them all now. Hush, no universe would end in my palm. The moment of war always slowly spread. The weight that helped me endure today, I quietly let it flow away into this dark current. An afternoon where warmth still lingers. Again at the same spot today. Only footprints hold the aged story. Lean against the cold metal seat. White vapor formed by breath scatters. When the world fades like beyond a thin pane of glass, I await your time that has not yet arrived. In this painfully slow silence, white letters keep descending like footprints that cannot be erased. I measure the temperature of the heart that briefly stayed. Beneath the streetlight, small snowflakes vanish as soon as they touch. Scenes flash by like an old film, deeply hidden inside my pocket. Whenever I hear the faint engine sound cutting through the darkness, approaching, sleeping memories awaken, returning to the warmest moment. In this painfully slow silence, white letters keep descending like footprints that cannot be erased. I measure the temperature of the heart that briefly stayed. Knowing the bus won't come, yet the winter night sentiment cannot leave this spot. Huddled before the fireplace, counting the faint lights outside the window. Transparent sighs clinging to the tips of dry branches. A movement that started in the quietest place in the world. Eyes that stream tracing down the thin glass pane. The days I wanted to forget, melting and running. When raindrops that are cold fill the gaps of time, you're warm from an old photograph seeps into my room. I gaze long at the lukewarm memory pool on the windowsill, just like the day we'll meet again, reaching the end of this season. The street hushed by the weight falling onto my shoulder. A few shadows walking on the damp asphalt, as if whispering it's okay not to rush. The time when all commotion sleeps, only then do I hear your voice. As always, the night seeps in without hesitation, holding on to your lingering scent clearer in the darkness. I turn the old pages at a very slow pace. When raindrops that aren't cold fill the gaps of time, your warmth from an old photograph seeps into my room. I gaze long at the lukewarm memory pooled on the windowsill, just like the day we'll meet again, reaching the end of this season. Before all these traces dry up tomorrow morning, under the late night street lamp, a shadow breathing in the alley. Even when the cold wind touches your fur tip, you pretend not to notice it. The warmth placed on the little dish, you circle around it for a long time, keeping exactly one step distance. You look away, pretending indifference. Your gaze, sharp as a wall, sometimes hurts me a little. Actually, I know it well. Beyond the sassy boundary line, you're waiting for a warm touch, trying to hide your tiny paws, as if to melt the chill night air. If that's your way, it's alright. Come slowly towards me. Through the low window gap, my quiet low voice enters. You pretend to hear and then suddenly flinch at a small sound. You run away as if you'll vanish instantly, but turn around and you're back in the same spot. Your back view looks just like my past days. Maybe a deep wound made you this way, the way you meticulously smooth your dry fur, trying not to get wet again. You can lean on here now. I will become your long winter. Actually, I know it well. Beyond that sassy boundary line, you're waiting for a warm touch, trying to hide your tiny paws, as if to melt the chill night air. If that's your way, it's alright. Come slowly towards me. graciously given your low purring song. The scenery outside the window rewinds like a sliced film. Seasons change just a little pink, and like worn out shoelaces, the weight of every day felt the same. In the drum where I kept the diary, only faded dates are clearly visible. Will today be like yesterday, and tomorrow the same? Why does time run around, leave a lonely need behind? It's like grains of sand crumbling through my fingers. The more I struggle to hold it, the farther its path view recedes. The ticking of the clock is to go. Tick tock, tick tock, so fast. Only the small potted plant on the table still grows at a slow pace. That melody from back then still lingers here, refusing to stop. Even as changes my way of the world, I wish you and I could just stay here, like a small window rattling in the wind. I spend every night feeling uneasy. Is there really such a thing as eternity somewhere in our memory? Why does time run ahead, leaving only me behind? It's like grains of sand crumbling through my fingers. The more I struggle to hold it, the farther its back view recedes. The ticking of the clock is to go. Tick tock, tick tock, so fast. Faint after images of today. Please stop, just for a fleeting moment. Suddenly, I wish this small warmth would last forever. outside is frozen white beyond the pane. Our long silhouette leaning on the window frame is one. The unfamiliar temperature of hands held in a pocket. Your trembling warmth, familiar yet new, melts my winter when we share the deep amber wave of the cup. The sharp edges of the cold world become dull within this dense aroma that permeates the lips. Our long night becomes a deep sanctuary. When the faint breath puffed out scatters into the air, my reflection in your eyes seems like a hazy memory. With thick coat collars raised and heads bowed low, I only feel the weight of this moment, as if time itself has stopped. In the early dawn, where all the streetlights sleep, we exist in the deepest silence. The weight of this season we endure, leaning on each other. Entirety of the world held in these two small hands. When we share the deep amber wave of the cup, the sharp edges of the cold world become dull within this dense aroma that permeates the lips. A long night becomes a deep sanctuary. The warmth has passed, only its scent remains. The alarm sounds strangely familiar this morning. The same gray scenery outside the window. The clock feels slightly slow for some reason, like a cold coffee cup left over from yesterday. Nothing special, but it's okay. I won't step off this orbit. Today feels like a perfect copy of yesterday. Every scene, every line of dialogue. But what if even just one tiny dot could be painted in a different color, walking through a very slow déjà vu. The TV's voice comes on out of habit, predictable like the ending of a movie watched yesterday. Time piled up like dust on my shoulder, desperately searching for a slight gap. At the end of the suffocating loop of film, I suddenly whisper your name. Maybe even this boredom is just a long preface to reach you. Today feels like a perfect copy of yesterday. Every scene, every line of dialogue. But what if even just one tiny dot could be painted in a different color, walking through a very slow déjà vu. with a small smile of lingering hope. I lean back on the pillow and fall asleep. Like shaking off very old dust, my fingertip brushes against the cold glass. A rectangular room where countless hours are arranged in order, following the boundary between the day. I carelessly scrolled past, and the season I held on to, a strange me wearing the same clothes is curled up somewhere very small. Flashes of sunlight that cannot be erased with a rubber. The temperature and air of that day, trapped inside a tiny window, filled not with sadness, but only with baseless longing. The shadow in this frame lives and breathes even more vividly. The innermost fold or corner, a record of trembling that no one knew. A back view walking down an unnamed street, overlaid with a faint filter, like the orange of the dim streetlights that filled that night. A warm color spreads across the cold screen. How can I measure the weight of this memory? Dozens of grains of sand shining in the dark as it did before the delete button, lacking the courage to remove even one timidly. The me of today embraces the me of yesterday and quietly covers it up. Flashes of sunlight that cannot be erased with a rubber. The temperature and air of that day, trapped inside a tiny window, filled not with sadness, but only with baseless longing. The shadow in this frame lives and breathes even more vividly. Time to cover it up again now. A warm afterglow tickles the corner of my eyes and slowly fades away. On the table, an unfamiliar warmth. I only send my gaze out the window. The distance of this clumsy heart, yet to reach you. The weather story you brought up quickly melts and disappears like the ice in my glass. The joke I tried hard to make slipped away, and we found silence again, like a broken record player, just repeating the same old words. Conversation without a second hand. Our Our scattered hearts place bit by bit. Even the anxious gap feels warm. What will the next word be? Hiding the flutter through these awkward spaces we begin. Your habitually messy hair, my fingertips nervously checking the time, trying hard to read the hidden intentions. Our sentences break when our eyes meet, only the sound of music in the empty space, echoing strangely loudly, the record of an imperfect beginning. It's okay to be this clumsy. This is just a moment to catch our breath for the stories that will soon follow. Conversation without a second hand. Our scattered hearts place bit by bit. Even the anxious gap feels warm. What will the next word be? Hiding the flutter through these awkward spaces we begin. I'll be a little braver next time we meet. The remaining warmth, like your scent. Goodbye, our unfamiliar conversation today. Only the bread leaning on the cold glass faintly spreads when the wind past the sill shakes the thin lapel. An afternoon when the edges of the world are hardening sharply. Beneath the familiar air temperature, I find the trace of time momentarily stopped. A small universe swirling in my palm. The moment warm, solid, slowly spreads the weight that held me into today. I quietly let it flow away into this dark current. When the fading sunlight sweeps across the tabletop, a warm gaze from a faint memory suddenly surfaces. I lean my smiling shadow against the corner of the wall for a long while, my heart loitering at the border of seasons. Even the flaws of this imperfect day, I feel I can embrace them all now. A small universe swirling in my palm. The moment warm, solid, slowly spreads the weight that helped me endure the day. I quietly let it flow away into this dark current. Then afternoon where warmth still lingers. Again at the same spot today. Only footprints Oh, the aged story. Leaning against the cold metal seat, white vapor formed by breath scatters. When the world fades like beyond a thin pane of glass, I await your time that has not yet arrived. In this painfully slow silence, white letters keep descending like footprints that cannot be erased. I measure the temperature of the heart that briefly stayed beneath the street light. Small snowflakes vanish as soon as they touch. Scenes flash by like an old film, deeply hidden inside my pocket. Whenever I hear the faint engine sound cutting through the darkness, approaching, sleeping memories awaken, returning to the warmest moment in this painfully slow silence. In this painfully slow silence, white letters keep descending like footprints that cannot be erased. I measure the temperature of the heart that briefly stayed, knowing the bus won't come, yet the winter night sentiment cannot leave this spot. Huddled before the fireplace, counting the faint lights outside the window. Transparent sighs clinging to the tips of dry branches, a movement that started in the quietest place in the world, as that stream tracing down the thin glass pane of days I wanted to forget, melting and running. When raindrops that aren't cold fill the gaps of time, your warmth from an old photograph seeps into my room. I gaze long at the lukewarm memory pulled on the windowsill, just like the day we'll meet again, reaching the end of this season. The street hushed by the weight falling onto my shoulder, a few shadows walking on the damp asphalt, as if whispering it's okay not to rush, the time when all commotion sleeps. Only then do I hear your voice. As always, the night seeps in without hesitation, holding on to your lingering scent clear in the darkness. I turn the old pages at a very slow pace, when raindrops that aren't cold fill the gaps of time, your warmth from an old photograph seeps into my room. I gaze long at the lukewarm memory pulled on the windowsill, just like the day